everybody, welcome back to This Week in Magic Online Finance. I'm your host Chaz Andres, and let's start with the news. This week was actually pretty quiet in Magic Finance. Standard, we're coming off of the Pro Tour where Mono Red absolutely dominated, and online we're seeing the response to that, which is a lot of Mono Black zombies, a lot of Teamer energy, and Green Black energy dominating the top tables. I actually think Standard is really fun right now. There's a lot of interesting and skill testing matchups, but a lot of people seem to be waiting until fall gives us Ixalan in order to actually jump back into the format. That's expected. This has generally historically been the quietest time of year for Standard play. We did get one really exciting piece of news though, which is that Magic Digital next has an official name now. It's going to be called Magic the Gathering Arena, which doesn't actually tell us all that much about what it is. Is it going to be a replacement for Magic Duels? Is it going to be a replacement for Magic Online? Is it going to be a MOBA?
I highly doubt you have the skills to win.
I am knowledge. I am Arcanus.
Is it going to be a reskin of PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, but with magic spells instead of guns? Is it a digital version of that terrible Arena of the Planeswalkers board game that came out a few years ago? If I had to guess, based on everything Wizards has told us, and the name, and the logo, and all the rest of it, I would say it is going to be a Magic Duels replacement. It'll be some version of Magic the Gathering, as we know it, but without the full implementation and customization of Magic Online. So your collections, I really do think are safe for now, but we're going to know for sure on September the 7th when the first gameplay demo drops. Moving on to Gaining Ground, we have our first repeat customer this week. It's Liliana the Last Hope again. And that card has really surged in price. Last week at its peak, it was 48 tickets. Now it's up to 60. It is 20 tickets ahead of the second most expensive card in Standard, Chandra Torch of Defiance. Is this gain sustainable? Probably not. See, I really like Liliana's long-term value profile. It's good in Modern, it's a 3-mana Planeswalker. These are all things that really make me like it as a long-term buy. But right now it's expensive because it sees play in 2 of the 3 best decks in Standard, Green Black and Mono Black zombies. And it rotates in less than 2 months. So if you've got any kicking around that you're not using right now, sell them now. This is the top of the market. You'll have a chance to buy back in at rotation for a fraction of the current price. In Modern, I want to talk about a card that actually isn't the biggest gainer of the week yet, but I think it will be by the time this video goes up, and that's Vengevine. So Star City Games had an open in Syracuse over the weekend. It's actually still ongoing as I'm recording this, and one of the breakout decks was a one-of red-green Vengevine list that was looking really good, at least up through the midpoint of day 2. I'm still not sure from where I am in the past whether the deck made top 8, whether it won the event, whether it just fell short. Regardless, I really like Vengevine's short-term future. It was looking good on camera, and the price went from 2 tickets up to 4 while I was researching the card. The thing about Vengevine is that it was only printed once in Rise of the Eldrazi, and it's been as high as $25 in paper recently, and that's without too many top-tier results. So take a look, see how the deck did, see how many copies are out there. If it's under 10 tickets by the time you're watching this, I'll be quite surprised. And the biggest loser of the week in Standard was Wandering Fumarole. It was 12 tickets a couple of weeks ago. It's down below 4 now, as no Grixis or blue-red deck seems to have emerged at the top of the metagame. And at this point, I really don't think it's going to happen, at least not before the card rotates. So if you've got them kicking around, I think it's time to cut your losses and move on. Also in Standard, the Crested Sunmare hype seems to have hit one of those vaulty things that horses try and jump over, except this one didn't make it. It's down from 8 tickets to about 5, and I haven't seen a deck list yet that's really made me believe in the card, though I am hoping to buy back in closer to Ixalan, maybe if the card drops down below 3 tickets, but for now, I'm a seller unless I see some results soon. In Modern, the biggest loser was Goryo's Vengeance. Now, right before Hour of Devastation came out, this is a 24 ticket card. Now it's down below 12. Now, the reason why Goryo's Vengeance spiked in the first place was the same reason Crested Sunmare spiked. Saffron Olive put out some really sweet videos, and everyone wanted to play the deck. Here's the thing though, if Goryo's Vengeance drops below 10 tickets, I'm absolutely buying a set. It's spiked and dropped and spiked and dropped a bunch of times over the past few years, and it's perfectly capable of 5-0ing a Modern League. It's just a matter of when, not if, Goryo's Vengeance ends up becoming popular again, and you should be able to sell it for over 20 at some point. This week's sneak of the week is Chameleon Colossus. Chameleon Colossus was 3 tickets back when Amonkhet came out. It's almost 15 tickets now. And that's because of how good it is as a sideboard card in Modern, especially against Grixis Shadow. Chameleon Colossus doesn't die to Lightning Bolt, it doesn't die to Fatal Push, it attacks or blocks through their creatures really easily. And in Paper Magic, the price didn't go up because Chameleon Colossus was reprinted in Commander 2015 and from the Vault 20. But those sets don't really affect online prices very much. So I'd expect Chameleon Colossus to keep on sneaking up as long as Grixis Shadow stays at the top of the Modern metagame. So I finish off each week by taking a look at the MTGO Traders hot list. These are the cards that MTGO Traders is paying a little bit more for on their buy list, and you can find it at mtgotraders.com/hotlist or at hotlistbot or hotlistbot2 on Magic Online. This week I want to talk about foil cards. I've noticed slight increases in some foil prices recently as people focus on set redemption, especially for sets like Amonkhet and Eldritch Moon that have redemption periods ending this fall. MTGO Traders is paying 7 tickets for foil copies of Gisela the Broken Blade, they're paying almost 8 tickets for foil copies of Cruel Reality, and over 14 tickets for foil copies of Collective Brutality. They're also paying nickels and dimes for some commons and uncommons that don't really have a purpose beyond foil set redemption. So if you've got stuff like this lying around, go check out the hotlist bot, see what they've got going for you, and get rid of those before the redemption window ends. That's all I got for you this week. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel for a ton more high quality Magic content. See you next Monday.